Football Manager can be brilliant, but it can also be a little overwhelming if you're just starting out. There's tactics, there's training, scouting players, player roles. It's a lot to take in if you're brand new to this game. So in this video, I'm going to make things simple for you. I'm going to pick 5 perfect teams for beginners. Clubs are fun to manage, have great squads, gives you a real chance to learn the game without actually worrying about that sack lurking in. So whether you want to start to rebuild, dominate a small league, or just enjoy a smooth first save, the list will help you find the perfect Football Manager journey. Grab your notepad and let's jump straight into it. Here are 5 teams you should manage if it's your first time playing Football Manager. Number 5, and it's going to be a pretty obvious one. It's going to be PSG, Paris Saint-Germain. Now, you've got a world-class team here, full of talent, a huge budget they're happy to spend, and you're pretty much almost guaranteed to win at Liga 1. What this does is gives you a perfect chance to learn tactics. You can swap, change, do what you need to do, learn what some positions do, learn what some roles do, and just have a real big experiments with what you want to do with learning tactics. Also, it's going to give you a good way of doing transfers as well. You're going to have that money in the bank. They're going to allow you to spend it. You're going to have a chance at trying to win the Champions League with them, get that ticked off for them, try and get that big trophy into the bag. All in all, I think PSG is a fantastic save for anyone that is just starting out, trying to learn the game, get a big understanding of the game as well, and just kind of have a free roam of a sandbox, if you will, with PSG. So highly recommend starting out with them. Don't let anyone else in the community say anything bad that you're managing PSG. You can manage PSG, learn the game, and then potentially move on to another European side once you've established your footfall of how to play the game. 4 is going to be Shakhtar Donetsk, famous for their Brazilian wonder kids, wonderful nights in the Champions League, and also a team that you're probably going to dominate the league with. A very strong side, a little bit more money coming into the infrastructure of this team, so you've got a little bit of spending cash compared to the rest of the league. You'll have a mix of technically gifted youngsters and experienced European players as well. Like I say, playing in that regular Champions League football is absolutely brilliant balance for beginners. You're good enough to win domestic, but you can really put yourself to the test when you're trying to win them European nights. Once again, allowing you to tweak tactics, change tactics, mess with tactics, learn a little bit about the game, and also this time it's going to kind of improve on your scouting. If you want to keep that same philosophy of trying to find them Brazilian wonder kids, try and find them players that no one's quite found yet and bring them into your club, this is going to be a perfect team for you to start your scouting journey out. And finding wonder kids in Brazil is always a fun thing to do. Number 3 on the list is going to be Dynamo Zagreb. Now, this is a team in Croatia who are well known for some wonder kids in there. They have one of the best youth systems in Europe. Never mind just Croatia, in the whole of Europe. Consistently producing top players who then move on to those bigger clubs, bringing more cash into the club. These will probably win the Croatian top division every single time. So once again, you're having that freedom with tactics. Playing what you want to do, learning all about it, what roles, what positions, all that lot's in there, whilst also trying to overcome that European night. Now, you're not going to be the best team in Europe, so you are going to have to probably change your tactics to sit a little bit more defensive or counter-attacking compared to what you'll be playing in the league, where it's more full-flowing attacking football. So it's kind of the two contrasts of tactics that you can build here, whilst also still maintaining them wonder kids coming through your youth system. So this one is going to really help with your youth system and your training of them players, trying to build them up, making that big money signing, what they are used to in real life, selling them on, and then finding that next Croatian superstar. Now, this is a great stepping stone for anyone that wants to learn it, and you can move on to a bigger European club once you feel like you've got a little bit comfortable with it. But once again, youth development, scouting, and player sales, this is going to be absolutely perfect for you. And whenever anyone says who should I play with, I always recommend this team for them. I think it's a fantastic starting point for anyone in the footballing manager world. Number 2 on my list, and this is going to be a 2-for-1, and we're heading to Scotland for the old firm. Yes, Celtic or Rangers is another one of my go-to picks for anyone that is starting out here. You get the rivalry, That's what you want in some of the games, that competitiveness of playing the top rivals and try and get the edge of them. And 9 times out of 10, you're pretty much going to be battling for the title there with these two teams. Now, I'm not going to take real life circumstances into this, but normally Celtic and Rangers would be runaways with this one. So once again, it allows you to have that tactical freedom to learn the game, learn tactics, and learn what needs to be done while still having that big competitive edge of trying to overtake and overcome your rivals. Now, this is a perfect one for me because it gets you really stuck into it and what it feels like to have the board really want you to beat one specific team mostly. And also, they have some real European nights in there. We all know about Celtic and Rangers, how they have that hostile atmosphere, the fans getting in there, the fans cheering them, Scotland being really cold for teams to come and enter their stadiums. Now, this is a really good save for me. You will, like I say, probably dominate the league, and then you have that European football night that you're going to try and do well in the Champions League. Now, these saves are brilliant for beginners because you get to build confidence in the league, also put yourself to the test technically in a tougher European opposition. And also, they've got quite a high reputation for the Scottish League, so you can still bring in some very good, talented players and potentially go down that wonder kid route of bringing them into Scotland and then offloading them either to the Premiership or trying to make Celtic and Rangers that high of a reputation that people will rather choose to play for them than go to the Premiership. And the number 1 team that I am going to choose for you if you were going to play Football Manager for the first time, and I feel like this is a little bit of a cop-out here, I'm not going to lie, but it's the team that you support. I know that sounds very cliche and it's a simple answer, but being a team that you support, I feel like you know that club like the back of your hand. It's the team you go and watch. It's the team you support. You know the players. You probably know the staff as well that are in there. You know the ingoings. You know the outgoings. You know how that club plays football. You can copy that style of football if you like it, or you can change it to what you would like to see your own club playing and what players that you want to see in the team. It's really a nice start to go out as a club that you are. You've got that emotional connection with the team as well, so when you do well, oh, it just feels so much better. You're there cheering them on, you're excited about every single win, just like it was in real life, and that's what grabs you when you were playing as your own team. It's real nice, and when you start or might start going on a losing streak, you're desperate to find that winning way to try and bring your team back to the top. Now, you care about all the signings that you bring in. You probably even do all the merchandise like shirts, numbers and stuff like that. There's so much you can do here and it's so rewarding. Finding them players that are in your youth team that you think deserve a chance to play. For me, I'm a Stoke City fan, so I would love to see the likes of Nathan Lowe and Emery Tesgal getting into our first team, seeing what we can do as our youngsters. I'd bring him in real life if I was there. So that's one thing that I'll be doing in Football Manager when it comes out. There is nothing better in my eyes than taking your team that you support, you love, all the way to the top of your country's league. There's nothing better. It feels fantastic. It feels amazing. And it is my number 1 save to start when you are about to begin Football Manager 2026. So that's my list of 5 great beginner teams for Football Manager 2026. Start with an easy save, learn the ropes, and then move on to something a little bit tougher once you get the hang of it. Which team are you starting with? Drop it in the comments down below, and if you find this helpful, please hit the like, hit the subscribe. It helps the channel out massive with the algorithms, and it'll mean that you want a little bit more of Football Manager FM tips. I will catch you all next time. Much love, and bye-bye.